How excited are you to get on a football field and play a regular season game?
Game week, super excited. Every day matters, but the games count. So there's a appropriate air around the facility and the building with the team, the meetings. I mean, it's let's go.
Coach, is there any more, I don't want to say any more excitement, but you know about rivalries because of what you went through in college and things like that. What do you know about this particular rivalry that makes it stand out among the best?
I think you're exactly right. It's a big rivalry. I don't know if it's been named or I'm not going to be the one to name it, but it's felt for sure. I used to coach at the Raiders, and so there's an understanding. This is a rivalry, big game.
Do you address that with the team in any capacity this week?
I think they all know. I think everybody knows. Everybody participates in it. Knows, understands. And it's the opener. It's there's this big game, big week.
You sense anything extra with the players, considering how last year's how the most recent meeting with the two teams went?
There's definitely a respect for the Raiders. Their team, their organization, their players, coaches, throughout the entire organization. I sense that, and then the other thing I sense is that everybody knows these count now, and that there's just an extra heightened excitement, focus, detail into what everybody's putting into the day.
Jim, being now back in the NFL for a few months, have you found anything that you really missed about the NFL that you didn't know you did until you're back in it now?
I think I've said this a few times. I didn't think the NFL could get any bigger, any more exciting than it was a decade ago, but it has, at least, I don't know how many times more, but a certain 2, 3, 4x, 10x. It's when I didn't think it could get any more popular, it has. The other things that stand out are rules changes and safety. I think and most of those rule changes have been for the safety of the players in the game, and I think all three are tremendously positive.
For good or bad, what do you think the biggest difference in you is since the last time you were on an NFL sideline?
I don't know. I don't have that list in front of me. I think I've grown. I think I'm, as pouring the same amount into it, which is everything, heart and soul into the job. Love this team, and super happy to have the work, to be able to go to every day and work at that common goal, be a part of the team, and creating a ball team. I want this to be our favorite ball team we've ever been on. Even from every guy, every man, woman in the organization, They can think about Little League or high school or college or pro, but I want this to be their favorite ball team they've ever been on.
In what way do you feel you've grown as a head coach?
Like I said, I don't really have that list in front of me. I feel like I have.
What are the challenges that Maxx Crosby presents?
Anything you could describe, he presents a challenge. I mean, he's great against the run. He's great against the pass. He is about as physical and as slippery as a guy could be. Both at the same time. And whatever one he chooses, you've got to be really got to be on your details, your your technique, to have success or get a stalemate. That is success against a guy like Maxx Crosby. He's a tremendous football player.
How much are you looking forward to, Joe Alt having the opportunity to go up against an edge rusher of that caliber, like in week one? Obviously, he's been going up against Joey and Khalil Tooley, but through training camp, but to sort of have that test, that barometer, like in week one right away, like what are you looking forward to about that?
You hit the nail on the head. There can't be a bigger test, right out of the gate, and Joe's preparing for it, and I think I can't wait. Can't wait to watch him compete. Starting out against premier, edge player in this game, in the history of the game, really.
Coach, what's your biggest concern about your club going into this game, this season, right now?
You do everything you can to prepare, and but you just don't know, Jim. You just don't know. I don't think anybody really knows. I think we're going to be good. And excited to see what happens. But the way the preseason's set up, it's hard for any team to know exactly what they have. It's like, let's go. We're jumping out of a plane, and let's hope the parachute. Let's hope the parachute opens. Hopefully, we all packed it in there, good, and it opens for us. And there's been, I can't say enough about all the people in the organization that have made sure that parachute is packed right.
Jim, can a team be overhyped going into the season opener?
I don't know the answer to that question. Have we been overhyped or hyped?
The excitement level, not overhyped from the perception of what people think the team would be, but like the players on the field,
Oh, the players themselves?
Yeah.
You're dealing with professionals, that have, it's not their, what do people say? Not their first barbecue, not their first rodeo. That's right. Not the first rodeo for them. Yeah, they're pros, and they're you can just see the laser-like focus and the attention to detail in every aspect, of their position and getting their bodies ready to play the game, getting their minds right. I think so. That's what I've been around. I haven't been around any kind of outside, hype or anything like that. I don't know what that is. So it's been with these guys in the submarine, and now we're ready to surface.
I'm sure the start of the season always has you feeling some sort of way, but for this evolution and this iteration of where you're at in your career, new franchise, have you felt any unexpected emotions waking up this week?
Just really like always, wake up and just ready to attack the day with enthusiasm unknown to mankind. But yeah, the opener, that's always a big, because now they count. Every day matters, but only these games count. So there's a heightened sense of everything.
What are you looking forward to seeing about Justin? I know you've sung his praises since you got here, but he's had a pretty eventful month. When you get to the game, what are you looking forward to see from him?
Just fired up to watch him compete. Can't wait to watch him compete. I know the last press conference, we talked about the word comfortable, and I said that's not a word that I would associate in football. I got an addendum to that. I would like to see the quarterback comfortable in the pocket. That is.
Jim, I know you're not a doctor, but how comfortable are you with Justin's foot right now?
I can't wait to watch him go compete. He's been been so good, so locked in. This entire off season, These practices have been, I ran out of the, appropriate adjective. Everything I was saying was underselling it. So the other thing, he's like a human computer chip, for a brain. It's just the way he thinks, the way he can go through information, get to the, absorb it, retain it, remember it, disseminate it. I mean, it's really impressive. So I can't wait. Can't wait to watch him compete.
So no concerns over the plantar fascia?
I mean, concerns? I have concerns about, the entire team, and their health. Yeah, I'm always, that's always top of mind. But, yeah, he's been, gosh, you guys go to practice, you watch, I mean, you ask me how, I'm excited. I can't wait to watch him compete.
How have you seen Justin evolve as a leader since you've been here?
He's just right out of the chute, one of the best leaders I've ever been around. From day one, he is he's a rock, and in every way, just the hardest worker, the tone setter, the strategist, the performer. I mean, he's the producer. I mean, it's how else do you want a guy to lead? I mean, he leads from the front. It's it's tremendous. I mean, and I think even going back to the elevator incident, it was no surprise that when 15 people got out of the elevator, who would be the last one to get off the elevator? Who let 14 other people go in front of him, and who was the last guy to get off the elevator was Justin Herbert. So in any and every way, he is probably the best leader I've ever been around. That plays the quarterback position or really any position. There's not a day he comes where he's late or disheveled or not ready to work. I mean, every day he's gotten the proper sleep and the hydration and the recovery, and he's studied because he got everything down cold. The next day that he comes in, he's always early. Hours early. Yeah, I think that probably covers about any and every way, and he's just a great guy too, and a great teammate.
You've had a long history of turning around bad teams. How difficult has it been with this franchise? Last year was a really horrible year here. How tough has it been to get them to come away from last year and, look at
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's no good coaches without good players. So I was never really on any bad teams. They always had good players, and I've seen the same thing here, across the board. Really good players.
With Scott Matlock, number change, and obviously, playing some fullback and tight end, just is he going to play two ways? Are you expecting him to play
Yeah, I
defensive
expect
line
him to play
and
two ways, three ways, because he's going to play special teams too. He's going to play defense. He's he's one of our top three defensive linemen, starting fullback, and he's starting on a couple phases in the kicking game too. So, three-way player.
Do you feel like he can play, a certain number of snaps on defense and offense, and he can fill all of those roles? Like the fact that he's playing offense isn't going to take away from how many snaps he can play on defense, I guess is what I'm asking.
No, he's in premier condition. I mean, and he's prepared himself in the same manner that I was talking about the other players. Elite combination of strength and power and agility, flexibility, mobility, and conditioning. I think he could play 2 games back to back. Play one game, a full 4 quarters, and then play another game like a doubleheader. I think that's the kind of shape he's in.
You guys had tried Jordan McFadden at fullback as well. Is that experiment over, or is he still like an option at fullback as well?
Yeah, he's an option. He's a option as a backup to try different people. Scott was the best. Thought Jordan was like second best, and so definitely remains in the picture.
Gardner Minshew, I think, has been interesting. He's been mostly a pretty good backup NFL quarterback, but there's been some instances where he's become the starter and led a team, and with some success. What are your analysis of him that you've seen?
I've always been a big fan. Yeah, he's a starting NFL quarterback. I think he presents a lot of problems. He plays with great ability and knowledge of the system, and like confidence. He's a winner. Yeah, I've got a lot of respect for him.
Joey and Khalil throughout camp, I know Joey was out for a while with the hand thing, but have they impressed you at all from what you thought coming in to what you've seen over the past few months?
Yes, I think not only Joey, I think Joey's great. Khalil's great. Those are two of the best who've also ever played the game. Two of the absolute best in the league right now. Seen it daily. They are. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch them compete. And Thule and Bud, I really think it's one of the real best, if not best, edge rooms in all of football.
With new OC and Luke Getsy, preparing for him, were you guys looking primarily at like Bears film from last year? How do you prepare for an OC in year one?
Yeah, you look at where they were their previous place, and you also look at what the current roster is, and try to get some ideas how they're going to implement those guys.
Is Gus Edwards ready to go for them?
Pardon?
I know Gus was working through Gus and JK were both working through some things during training camp, but are they both ready to go on Sunday?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Just where do you feel like, how eager are you to see this running game, just with the way the line blocked during the preseason and everything?
Yeah, can't wait to watch them compete. Yeah, our backs, our offensive line, our defense, our special team, the whole team. I just can't wait. Can't wait to watch our guys compete on Sunday.
Just with the bunch of new skill player position guys that Justin's working with, how much do you still think, even the first week or two of the regular season, there's still going to be those growing pains and getting to know you phases?
I expect our guys to go out and compete and give it their very best, and I'm really excited about it. Same with the receiver group, the tight end group. Talked about the quarterback, the edge group. I think I said the whole team. I mean, yeah, I'm just as excited. Any position group you could mention, I feel like they're ready to go.
Jim, you played in this rivalry. Is anything more to you than just the opening game, or is this Charger Raider thing still special to you?
Yeah, every game you play is huge. There's definitely a rivalry component to it, and it's the opener. It's all those things.
Do you have like a game day routine that you typically do that you've done before that you'll do this year?
Not any kind of like routine. Not too much of a routine. Wake up, eat, and keep going over the game plan and play out the scenarios, and nothing special.